I want you guys to listen to this. I noticed Terry Eicher actually shared it, but I pulled it up, the actual game, and they warned us about AI a long time ago. This game was in the early 2000s. I remember my nephew used to love it. And it's Metal Gear Solid. And it's a video game targeted for little kids, basically. But you know how we always say lies in the news, truth in the movies. Well, I even go a step further and say truth in the video games. The video games are probably more, well, I'm not a big gamer, but I know some of you guys probably do play games. But this is just mind-blowing. This was probably 20 some years ago. And they tell you everything that's going to happen. Check this out.
Raiden, are you having fun playing with the new AI toys?
Well, yeah, I am. You can make pictures of cute anime girls and...
Enjoy it while it lasts, Raiden.
What do you mean?
Did you really think that civilians would be granted unrestricted access to such powerful military weapons forever?
I don't know if any of you guys aren't familiar with this. The guy Raiden or whatever, I think his name used to be Snake, but I think the original Snake died off. But it's supposed to be his general and stuff. But I think it even comes out that he's not even real. He's AI. But just listen to this conversation.
Military weapons. Are you implying that this technology was created by the government?
Of course it was. This AI technology has been used by the intelligence agencies to warp the public's perception of reality for years. All in the name of national security, of course.
But why would they suddenly make the tech public and let everyone start using it?
Why would we indeed, Raiden?
What? What in the hell are you?
Your question is irrelevant. By creating a new problem, we can cultivate a desired reaction to it in order to manufacture consent for our
problem, reaction, solution, and a video game for little kids.
Preferred solutions. In short, it's justification for a war.
A war? On who or what?
A war on misinformation. By arming the public with these AI weapons, everyone becomes a potential enemy combatant. Then we will have justification for unprecedented security measures. It all comes down to confusion and identity.
You know, all these comments that we get blocked for and suspended for a day for hateful speech, or I even got one criminal organization. We are becoming the enemy combatants. And whenever World War III starts, if it hasn't already started, it's not going to be like any war we've ever had before. Like the guy's saying, it's going to be a war on information, or like they say, misinformation.
Identity?
Identity. This AI technology is Pandora's box. Pretty soon the internet will be mired in total illusion. Perfect AI speech, audio, and video synthesis will drown out reality. Then AI bots will flood social media. No one will be able to tell the difference between interacting with an AI machine or a real human online. Even telephone calls will become total media. No one will be able to tell the difference between interacting with an AI machine or a real human online.
You think our community has been infiltrated by these bots? I definitely think so, because most of the time when I get someone that's trolling me real bad, when I go and check their channel out, they're always either just subscribed, have no content. It's somebody, I've never heard or even recognized their name.
Telephone calls will become totally untrustworthy. That is when we will present our solution. Mandatory digital identity verification for all humans at all times.
There's your mark of the beast.
The only way to even telephone calls will become totally untrustworthy. That is when we will present our solution. Mandatory digital identity verification for all humans at all times. The only way to ensure that you're dealing with a real flesh and blood human being and not an AI-generated mirage.
But why?
Total information control. For too long, the internet has acted as a double-edged sword. Its potential for anonymous...
I've said that before. The internet is a double-edged sword because they needed to put it in place to bring the rise of the beast system. But it also gave us access to communicate with one another and put truth out that they don't want out. And now they've gotten AI, basically the censorship, where they've put us all in an echo chamber. You know, we're not reaching the critical mass. We're basically just preaching to the choir.
User activity.
But why?
Total information control. For too long, the internet has acted as a double-edged sword. Its potential for anonymous user activity allows anyone at all to spread any thoughts, ideas, or information patterns that they please with impunity. State secrets, dangerous ideas, ludicrous conspiracy theories.
That's us. Dangerous ideas and ludicrous conspiracy theories. Man, a video game for children. Give me a break.
Misinformation and disinformation. Until now, there has been no easy solution to this problem. Our digital identity platform will finally put an end to anonymity online. It will allow us to trace misinformation and other dangerous communications to its source and exact.
They predicted this over 20 years ago, and you know they knew about it probably 50 years ago, maybe even 100 years ago.
Appropriate justice.
That's crap! I won't go along with it, and others will resist.
You won't have a choice, Raiden. Do you think your bank is willing to risk doing business with an artificial human instead of a real one? Our digital identity platform will be required not only to access web services, but to pay.
You know, that's a good point. If you don't have this digital identity access, the banks are going to be like, well, we don't want to risk, you know, you losing your money or information to a computer AI bot. So we can't do business with you unless you get this verification mark
For your internet connection in the first place.
You can't just censor the entire internet because of a new software technology. Who are you to define what's misinformation anyways?
That sounds like something a
Yeah, who are they to decide what misinformation is? Exactly.
misinformation terrorist would say.
I know about the deep fakes you've...
You can't just censor the entire internet because of a new software technology. Who are you to define what's misinformation anyways?
That sounds like something a misinformation terrorist would say.
I know about the deep fakes you've been making of me, Raiden.
What? No, I was just a...
Deep fakes. I just shared a video of that, the Door brothers. If you hadn't seen that, check those guys out. They do some crazy deep fakes of all the political leaders and celebrities, and you can't tell the difference. And if average YouTubers can do these deep fakes, imagine what our CIA can do.
Adjusting the AI settings and...
Controlling the output of generative AI technology is simple. We will create context for its use. First, we will censor any use related to social taboos. Then we will censor anything else that we desire. If anyone complains, we will accuse them of wanting to engage in or promote social taboos.
That's what it means to create context.
We will corral the use of AI by making appeals to bias, ethics, and copyright laws. You will still have access to generative AI in some form, but it will be crippled, limited, controlled, and it will be monitored. Anything that you generate will be cryptographically signed with your digital ID, so that its provenance can be ascertained if it's later deemed to be problematic.
What gives you the right to control what people can do with their computers?
The public at large will give us that right, because they will be desperate for a solution to the problem we created.
Problem, reaction, solution.
They will eagerly give us the keys to the castle. Then, we alone will define what is fiction and what is reality, what is human and what is machine. After letting you get a brief taste of our power, we will reclaim our monopoly on misinformation and put an end to misuse of the internet once and for all.
You won't get away with this.
It is probable that we will. Now get back to work generating your precious AI waifus, Raiden, our beloved prompters. Enjoy.
Wow. I'll leave the link to this in the description, but yeah, they told us what they were going to do a long time ago, didn't they?